Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, A Quiet Afternoon When Lou Only Wanted to Sleep, and quote. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. The afternoon arrived quietly, the way it always did in our small home. Sunlight slid through the thin curtains and spilled gently across the wooden floor, creating warm patches that slowly moved as time passed. Outside, the world seemed busy, distant motorbikes, faint voices, the hum of daily life. But inside, everything softened. This was the hour Lou loved most. Lou was my cat, a gentle creature with a calm soul and eyes that always seemed half full of dreams. That afternoon, he lay stretched out near the window, his body perfectly aligned with the path of the sun. His fur glowed softly, rising and falling with each peaceful breath. He had no plans, no responsibilities, no curiosity pulling him elsewhere. Lou only wanted to sleep. Every now and then, he shifted slightly, adjusting his paws or flicking the tip of his tail, as if responding to something happening in a dream only he could see. His ears twitched when a sound grew too loud, but his eyes never fully opened. The world could wait. For Lou, the afternoon was made for rest. I sat nearby, pretending to read but actually watching him. There was something deeply comforting about the way he slept. No worry crossed his face. No tension lived in his body. He trusted the space around him completely. The floor was safe. The sunlight was kind. The house was home. At one point, I stood up to get a glass of water. The movement caused the chair to scrape lightly against the floor. Lou opened one eye, slow and sleepy, just enough to check if everything was still okay. When he saw me, his eye closed again. Trust confirmed. Nap resumed. That simple moment, Lou checking the world and deciding it was still gentle enough to sleep, felt meaningful in a quiet way. It reminded me how rare it was for humans to feel that level of safety and calm. We often rest with one eye open, even when nothing is wrong. Lou, however, lived differently. He allowed the afternoon to carry him, without resistance. The clock ticked on the wall. The sunlight shifted, and Lou slept, teaching me something without saying a single word. As the afternoon continued, small things happened, as they always do. A breeze moved the curtain, brushing lightly against Lou's back. He stirred, curling himself into a tighter ball, his nose tucked under his tail. It was a movement practiced through countless afternoons, a perfect response shaped by instinct and comfort. I walked past him again, more carefully this time. Not because he demanded silence, but because I wanted to protect his peace. Living with an animal teaches you this. How to move gently, how to share space without taking over. Lou didn't need much from me. Just respect, warmth, and the freedom to exist in his own rhythm. At some point, my phone buzzed with a message. The sharp sound cut through the calm like a small crack. Lou's ears moved first, then his head lifted slightly. His eyes opened, cloudy with sleep. For a brief second, he looked annoyed, as if the world had broken an unspoken agreement. Then he saw me sigh, turning the phone face down, choosing him and the quiet over the noise. Lou watched me for a moment longer than usual. Then, slowly, he stood up, walked a few steps closer, and lay down again, this time near my feet. It wasn't dramatic. He didn't ask for attention. He simply chose closeness. That small decision felt important. Lou wasn't just sleeping anymore. He was sharing his rest. In that simple act, there was trust, companionship, and a quiet bond that didn't need words. As he slept near me, I noticed how peaceful the room felt. The afternoon light had softened, the shadows growing longer. Time felt slower, kinder. I realized that Lou's desire to sleep wasn't laziness. It was wisdom. He listened to his body. He respected his limits. He didn't fight tiredness or feel guilty about resting. Humans often forget how to do that. We push through exhaustion. We treat rest as a reward instead of a need. Watching Lou reminded me that rest is not something to earn. It is something to honor. Lou shifted again, one paw stretching out until it lightly touched my foot. The contact was accidental, yet meaningful. A silent reminder that even in rest, connection exists. Even in stillness, love can be present. That quiet afternoon, when Lou only wanted to sleep, stayed with me long after the sunlight faded. His simple desire, to rest, to feel safe, to exist without pressure, reflects something deeply important in our modern lives. In a world that constantly asks us to move faster, do more, and stay alert, Lu teaches us the value of slowing down. From Lu, we learn that rest is not weakness. It is an essential part of well-being. Animals understand this instinctively. They listen to their bodies and respond with kindness toward themselves. Humans can learn to do the same by allowing moments of pause without guilt. Lu also reminds us about trust and coexistence between humans and animals. By creating safe, calm spaces for our pets, we build relationships based on respect rather than control. In return, animals offer us comfort, emotional grounding, and quiet companionship that heals in ways words cannot. To apply this lesson in daily life, we can start small, create moments of silence, reduce unnecessary noise, and observe the needs of those who share our space, both human and animal. Treat rest as a shared value. Protect peaceful moments. Like Lu, choose gentleness when possible. In doing so, we create a kinder world, one where humans and animals live together with understanding, patience, and mutual care.